Welcome to the second Voxwomen cycling show.
Coming up on the show today, we speak to the one and only Lizzie Armistead of Voxwomen. We fly to Italy to catch up with the girls at the Giro Rosa. Danny King brings us her top tips. We head over to Paris for the fantastic showcase of women's cycling at La Course, and there's our Vox story of the month. But first,
we're here in Italy at the Giro Rosa with my fabulous entourage. Let's see what's happening.
Thanks Tiff. We're here in Italy in the warm weather and stunning scenery of Morbegno, where the peloton are nearing the end of a tough day of racing for stage 6 of the Giro Rosa. The crowds have gathered, waiting for the race to come in, and it's Mayuko Hagiwara of Wiggle Honda who takes the win for stage 6. A fantastic victory for the Japanese champion. And Megan Gagne of Voxwomen in the pink leader's jersey, the Maglia Rosa. Away from the heat and bustle of the race, we catch up with two-time world champion and Olympic medalist Lizzie Armistead.
Feels like a long time ago that I signed my first pro contract. I suppose in women's cycling it's difficult to exactly say what's a pro contract as well, because is a team and a bike pro contract, or is when you get a salary a pro contract? So we'll go with when I first got a good salary, and that was when I signed with Cervelo Test Team. And I just remember turning up at the first training camp and being like, kind of like a rabbit in headlights, you know. I got a new bike, new kit. We were alongside the men's team. No stone was left unturned. We were really well looked after, and it was an eye-opener, yeah, definitely going to that team training camp. And I think that was one of the first things that made me want to focus on the road rather than the track. Women's cycling has definitely improved while I've been a pro. It's come on leaps and bounds. Even in the last 2 years, there's been massive changes. I think more and more women are getting salaries, and we're getting more and more coverage and more races, so it's going in the right direction. I've had a few injuries throughout my career, a few crashes as well, but touch wood, I've been quite lucky. I've never broken a bone, and yeah, I had a back injury in 2008 going into the Olympics, so I missed Olympic selection. That was quite hard. I had to have 2 months off the bike, but I think those periods of time are actually quite good. You need to kind of sit back and assess whether you're actually still doing it for the right reasons, and you get your focus and your motivation back when you realise that you still want it then. I think from my crash in the women's tour, I came out of it pretty well. I wasn't as injured as perhaps many people thought, and I came off lightly, and I think at that time you just have to accept it for what it is and rest. You can't train when your body's tired, so you just have to accept it. And I was lucky that when I crashed I was in good shape, so I didn't lose too much. Cycling is a big sacrifice, yeah. I don't see my friends and family for long periods of time. I do make that choice not to live at home because I like to train where the weather's good and there's mountains, because it has a positive impact on my cycling. And I think while I'm doing cycling I should do it 100%, because I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so I don't want to do two things half. And I've got a very understanding friends and family, and they understand that for long periods of the year they're not going to see me, and then when they do I'm not going to want to go out and get drunk and those sorts of things. So it's a small period of my life where I want to give 100% to, and I'll not be doing it forever, that's for sure. We do have quite a few pranks that go on in the team. Our sports director Danny Stam's a bit of a joker as well. So a couple of years ago in the Route de France we tied a load of cans on ropes to the back of his car, like the Just Married thing. So he set off in the convoy and he was like, "What is that noise?" and stopped and thought it was the bikes, and it took him a while to realise that they just had cans behind the car. I think looking back, the advice I would give myself is to focus on the things that I believe in and the people that I trust. I would keep those people close to me, and I would not get too distracted by the amount of opinions that you get given by the cycling experts. It's a little bit like when people are watching football, everyone's an expert. I do it as well, but in cycling it seems a whole lot worse. So I've managed pretty well. I stay very focused on myself and what's good for me, but I would kind of reiterate that fact.
We're here at the Giro Rosa 2015. Today we're going to be taking a sneak peek look at one of the top teams in the peloton, Lotto Soudal. Let's go and see what the girls are up to. It's early morning here on stage 7 of the Giro Rosa. The Lotto Soudal girls might be awake. Let's see. Hello.
Morning. Come to our small house for this stage 7 of Giro d'Italia.
So who have you been sharing with?
I'm sharing with my Italian teammate Susanna. It's pretty good to share the room with her. I'm really good with every girl, but you know, having some chat in Italian at the end of the day is really nice.
Is there anything that you bring with you from home?
Yeah, for sure. I have a small puppy that I always bring with me, but now it is on the bag directly going to Milano, so I will find it on the other bed, and it's like something that brings me luck from my family and my boyfriend. So it's really cute.
Hello. Oh, there's someone else in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Have you been hiding from us?
No. I wash my teeth and quickly shower.
We better.
It's really hot today.
We better leave them to it. Let's go.
Bye.
Bye. See you in a bit. So we're down at breakfast at the moment, and obviously everyone wants to get down and get the food in before the stage. But who's always the first down to breakfast?
Normally our Italians. Normally we try to eat 3 hours before the stage, but they always get there, you know, that 5-10 minutes earlier, and I think it's because they like to have their coffee silent.
How are the legs feeling?
Yes, they really feel tired. Since yesterday I really feel them, and I think with the stages not getting easier, it's hard to recover now, and I really feel them. Going up, down the stairs, they just hurt.
So there's lots going on outside before the team starts the race today. So how many bottles are there per race?
We make between 70 and 100 bottles each day.
Wow, and how many of those are actually used?
Yeah, like yesterday we have no bottles anymore. So
This is meant to be the party bus, or so we've heard. There's normally lots of singing. I might have seen some dancing occasionally. How do you get sort of prepared for a race?
Oh, I think we always have great fun in the team, so we motivate ourselves, each other, and music is of course always playing.
Inside here it's just really relaxed, being on each other together, speaking together, motivating each other, and just being relaxed.
How much do you wish that you were out there sunbathing now rather than riding? This is your 7th day.
I wish I could stay here, honestly. Instead we're going to suffer, but that's cycling.
Yeah, we always get there and then get out of the bus and make ourselves ready, just put our racing clothing on and get our nutrition in, and then we get our legs done sometimes, and then we have to get to the podium. Then we always head to the toilet for the last time and then we line up at the start.
Kilometers from the start line to the field.
We go try to go in the break before the climb, but the climb is very early, so we see what's happening, and then to see what the GC riders do. If we can go after the climb in the break, then we try, and it's not today, then we're gonna try the last day. I try always to have a team with calm and rest and not too much stress. When on stress you lose a lot of power, so I see that we have a funny group. We enjoy the race, and if we have bad luck that we can pass all together over, and if we have a nice team, it's nice to work for everybody.
Number 2 is at of the head of the race with 31 seconds of advance on number 113, and the pink jersey bunch is following with 1 minute and 45 seconds of gap.
Lucinda Brandt, the champion of Holland, is on the front, and Jessie Dames is in the second position.
Come on, blijven gaan, hè? Come on, hè? Hoppé, hoppé. Hop, hop, hop.
Jessie Dames doing well, but she was with 2, and she is dropped in the descent from Lucinda Brandt. She is a kamikaze, so she is now in the second position. I hope she can keep it to the finish line.
Eten en drinken, hè?
Het is alles of niks, hè?
What a ride from Jessica there. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough for her to stay away and she was caught before the finish of the race. The stage was won by Lucy Brand of Rabo Liv, a fantastic victory for her. And the pink jersey was still held by Megan Garnier, who would wear it going into stage 8.
Jessie, congratulations for today. It was a really tough stage and you were out there by yourself for quite a long time. Tell us how it all unfolded for you.
Yeah, I was really surprised that I could follow on the first climb of the day with a big group, because I had some really bad days already in this Giro. Yeah, that was a nice day for me.
Just how tough was those climbs?
Yeah, it was a really fast start, and I think we hadn't even hit the climb yet, and Lauren asked, "Oh, how much longer of the climb to go?" And I was like, "It starts at kilometre 20," and she's like, "It's kilometre 18," and I was like, "Yeah." We all knew the last half of the Giro was going to be tough, and certainly living up to that expectation.
There's a great group of girls here. They're all really wanting to ride hard. What's the best thing about being part of Lotto Soudal Ladies?
Yeah, we're good friends, and it's just like family.
Having good fun all the time and just laughing. So it's always nice being in the team.
We've had a fantastic day of racing. There's been some dramatic climbing. There's really hot weather. A huge thank you to all of the girls for allowing us to join them on their journey.
I'm going in the beach now.
Stay tuned, we'll be back after the break.
Welcome back to the Voxwomen Cycling Show.
Next up, it's Danny King's top tips.
Hi, I'm Danny King from Wiggle Honda Professional Cycling Team, and I'm going to show you 5 essential things to have in your kit bag before a bike race. Item 1, mitts. They're essential because obviously if you crash you're going to put your hands down and you need your hands for everyday life, so yeah, protect your hands. Also I guess it's a bit comfier holding the bars, so yeah, they're my first item. Number 2, helmet. Obviously another safety item, essential for a bike race for obvious reasons, so yeah, trusty laser helmet, number 2. Okay, number 3, you're not going to go very far without these, so shoes. Mine are pretty cool because they've got my name on, Danny King, so yeah, that's probably the most important thing actually, because I guess everyone has really specific cleat positions, so shoes are something that you don't really want to have to borrow. Number 4 is the gel. Energy within the race, before the race, to give you that extra boost that you need for racing. So yeah, gel. Last but not least, if I can find them. Uh-oh. Got them. Headphones. Everyone loves a bit of music before a bike race, so either on the rollers warming up or in the car on the way to the race, but yeah, I love my music, so I don't go anywhere without these trusty things, headphones. Thanks for tuning in, and remember to not forget any of these items at your next race.
From kit bags to training camps, it's over to Eleanor for our Vox Diary of the Month.
Good morning, Voxwomen. Today is my 3rd day here in altitude in Livigno. Livigno is a beautiful place to do some altitude trainings with a lot of roads, of course, a lot of climbs, and a lot of shops to spend the time in the afternoons after the training. So it's 7:30 a.m. I just did some core stability exercises before breakfast. Now I'll have a big breakfast because today I have to do 4 hours on my bike. No works, no efforts, but just pedaling and adapting to this hair. Breakfast is, of course, the most important meal for us. So today I will have a toast with ham and cheese and some yogurt. Breakfast is done, so now I'm full of energy for my training, and it's time to change. This is the next step to get on my bike. And of course I'm on mountain, so I have to do a descent to go to the flat part of Livigno. So I really need not only shorts and the jersey, but I need also my arm warmers and then like a rain jacket to cover me on the downhill. So now I will quickly change and then I'm ready to go with my bike. It's 2:30 in the afternoon and I just have my lunch and yeah, my training lasts 4 hours, so I really need a good lunch to recover. And now I'm ready for a little sleep this afternoon. So see you next time. Bye.
This is the moment we've all been waiting for. It's time for La Course.
We're here on the Champs-Élysées where 120 riders from 20 world-class women's team will be taking on the 89-kilometre circuit around the heart of the city of Paris, finishing right here on the Champs-Élysées itself, the hallowed cobbles of one of the most famous avenues in the world. One thing's for sure, it's going to be an epic day in the saddle. If we're doing La Course in numbers, so we're trying to break down exactly what it's taken to get here to the Champs-Élysées today, how many bottles do you think the riders are going to go through today?
Probably go through up to 70 bottles as a team, I guess, today, before and during the race. So yeah, quite a lot, and probably gone through just over 2,000 so far this season.
How many energy gels do you think you're going to be using today?
48. Today we have 18 bikes here.
How many bottles?
120. We don't need that, we just have it.
How many bikes?
We have 12 bikes here, and we've got 35 as a team.
Now, I'm sure a few nerves are already kicking in, so let's head over and see what the riders are getting up to as they warm up. La Course, what a showcase for women's cycling, racing on the Champs-Élysées. How much does that mean to you?
Yeah, it's really amazing. It's a big crowd, it's a great atmosphere, and it means a lot for women's cycling. Even though it's only like a crit, but it's so rewarding to ride here, and we're so happy to be here. Yeah,
we've got a real team strategy this time. We're all behind me for the sprint because inevitably here it's probably going to be a bunch sprint, so that's what we're aiming for.
So Kirsten, second here last year at La Course. Can you go one better today?
Yeah, there is some space for improvement, but yeah, it's a hard race and it's a new race. Yeah, nice our second last year, but I think it doesn't say anything for this year.
And the cobbles, it is raining at the moment, just a few spots coming down. It could be getting heavier later. How much does that play into your team tactics?
We have a Norwegian team, so they're used to rain and bad weather conditions. So I think for our team it's not a problem.
Of course, really happy to be here with this jersey and Champs-Élysées. So it's a great opportunity for me to be there, and yeah.
A win for Marianne Vos last year, but you crashed just under the Flamme Rouge. What are you looking to do this year?
Yeah, it was not my best memories, but yeah, I want to take my revenge today, and we have a strong team, so we will do the best.
We've shown over the years that it's primarily a sprint team, that we are very successful in the sprint, and so of course on a day like today with a shorter race and flat stage that it's likely to end in a sprint, so we hope that it does.
Marianne, we're here in Paris. Sadly, of course, you're not racing. Decision last week that you're going to take the season out. How are you feeling being here, but on the media side?
Well, actually, it's nice to be back. I came here with the team, and you feel the motivation, and yeah, it's going to be a good race, and I've accepted it so far, and well, I'll be back in the next season.
We are the smallest team in this race, but equally, you know, there's no reason why we can't achieve something.
The fastest girls of the women's peloton are here, so it's really the top field is here, so it will be really hard.
great. I mean, normally I would be a person that likes bad weather, tough conditions, but here on the cobbles, criterium kind of circuit, actually I'd prefer some sunshine.
It's really bumpy. It doesn't look like on television, but it's really, really bumpy, and you really have to hold your handlebar really, really tight. So yeah, how to ride on it? Just a little bit, yeah, not too much tension on your handlebar, but just let your bike go and not sit really tight into the saddle. A little bit lifting up the body, and try to go as smooth as possible, but yeah, at the same time as stable as possible. So it's not really easy.
It gets in the legs as well, so it makes it a tough race. And on the cobbles it will get slippery.
It's fantastic. It was fantastic last year, and it's great to be back. And I hope that next year we have more than one day. But yeah, it's the crowds and the scenery and everything. We're in Paris, and it's spectacular.
It's not the pressure because other people want me to win, it's the pressure I feel myself, and of course I want to win. It's a really nice race. But
it can be a bench sprint because it's really difficult to avoid here on the Champs-Élysées. You always see it with the men's races, and last year also with the women's race. But I know a lot of teams want to go for a break and want to make it a hard race. So yeah, it's open.
A lot of the teams will be working for their sprinter at the finish, so I think it will be aggressive. It's something really exciting for all of us to just go out and show what we can do against the very best riders in the world. So.
So winner of La Course 2015, tell me, how did it feel crossing that line first?
Yeah, strange, really strange. Looking to the Arc de Triomphe and crossing the line first in front of the bunch. I think I didn't expect that, and it was an amazing feeling.
That's all we've got time for today. Tune in again next month for the very best from the world of women's cycling, on the road and on the track.
Thanks for watching the Voxwomen Cycling Show. See you again soon.